Alright, well, I figured I'd show you guys this. I just got this done. Literally, the welds are not even cooled down. I had this old quick attach. I was going to make something that would be lighter than this and all that. This thing has a little bit of heft to it. The main reason being is I've got a local guy that makes these skid steer plates. $200. I can buy a skid steer plate. It's 5/16. It's got an 1.5 inch top lip. I do like a 2-inch, but they don't always fit everybody's machine. An 1.5 inch is pretty good. A lot of guys put an 1 or 1.25 inches on it. The 1.5 inch is way better. Ask me how I know later. But literally, I just stitch welded it on. I hit a couple points. I had to put some filler rod in here because of the step off. So I made multiple passes, but I think the quick attach or the quick hitch is probably going to fail before any of the welds or attachment or anything like that. Hopefully this makes it to where I can grab the sprayer, we can run the wipers and everything else. That's what we're doing today. Let's go see if the sprayer fits. I do think that I want to, I don't know, I need to modify something, and I wouldn't mind having a step because it's, you know, the quick attach plate is past the factory step other than this one here. Anyways, let's go back and grab the sprayer. Before I forget to lock that plate on. And I sprayed if you guys don't know, so if you own a Kubota, you need to spray those 2 bolts there where the orange thing is, where the attachment indicator is. You need to spray both of those bolts. There's a shoulder bolt in the one, and you want to spray them. Trust me. Otherwise, they'll get rusty, and it'll literally break the shoulder going through that little plate. I think I am. I'm going to put me a step right here on each side. That way when you get out, you've got somewhere to step on. So, but this is my rebuild of my sprayer. I don't know if you guys ever saw my sprayer before, but this started life as a King Cutter quick hitch. And recently I cut it. That's why this is still painted kind of that cat yellow kind of color, King Cutter color. I recently cut the uprights off of it. I took about 5 or 6 inches out of it, re-welded it. I shortened it up because it was really long. Put a different tank and saddle on it. It used to have a 65-gallon lake tank on it. And I'd always have about 10 gallons of fluid in the bottom because it wouldn't get out the lake tank. Well, this is a sump tank. I started to do a video on it. It didn't turn out well. I really didn't have a good ending. I figured it might be boring for you guys, but there's my new revised sprayer. The boom will slide in there. It'll come and hook to here. Obviously, I could hook it to here if I wanted to, but this is where my gun goes. That's what these bolts are here. These bolts, actually, I probably need to take those out so they're not just dangling. I've got a gun mount. It is here. Actually, I might just bolt the gun mount back on it so it's on it. And then that way what I do is I wrap my hose around it and my gun kind of goes into there. So that way, and then I connect it here. And then this is a 2-way valve to where it goes in here and I can either send fluid out here or here. This is my boom, so it points there. And then if it points here, it's going to this one that goes to my gun. So I just got, I don't know, it's a decent size electric pump on it, but nothing super special. Pretty simple to build. I bought the carriage, or the saddle rather. The bands came with the tank. I don't know. Let's get the boom on and quit talking. Okay, well, we're gonna see what we can do. I don't know what to think about the product loading capabilities of my pump. It might be too big of a pump. I know it had minimums on, you know, like the size of the boom and all that, a gallon a minute you could do and all that stuff. But my pump, it comes on and almost goes immediately off because of the pressure regulator. And they told me to only run it for about 5 to 7 seconds at a time. But I really feel like that it doesn't hardly run as it is. So, hang on, let me try it again. Try not to tear up the turf. These C blocks, they like to tear up the turf. Don't want to hit the fence. I'm sticking out there a ways. It's kind of tight. But anyways, I've got the pump running right now trying to load the sponges. I don't know if I necessarily like how much flex I've got in it. That's probably by my design because it's only mounted to 2 inches on that 5-foot boom, and then you've got 5-foot levers on the end of it. So I probably need to change that. I probably need to put, you know, a receiver tube on each side or something so I can slide it onto this, and then that way it would support it, especially out by the gussets. Hold it out. I keep saying up. I mean out. Step on this thing, it'd be real nice. I'm about 30 seconds off. I'm about 10 seconds on or more, but that's because my pump is short cycling. I can see, I mean, there's moisture on the Johnson grass. Obviously, this is an insane way to start and try to do anything. I do know this property pretty well, so I feel like I'm safe enough, but you can see how much Johnson grass we have. It is basically Johnson grass. I don't know if when this dies, we might not have anything on the ground. And maybe I'm wetting my sponges a little too much, but I feel like it's deserved because there is a lot of Johnson grass in here. I can already tell you I would love this on the tractor. Probably not in here, but I would love this on the tractor. I'm not in love with it on the skid loader, but for extreme instances like this, and this one's not bad. I probably could have done this with the tractor, but there is a heavy slope here. I was going to see how close I could get to the slope, stuff like that. But I'm wet. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but I'm wet on the Johnson grass. I'm using MSO for surfactant. He said that you need a surfactant with it, so I'm using MSO. They were actually going to send me some stuff, and I didn't get it. Maybe they forgot, or is the material still wet? Yes. Or maybe it's still in the mail type of thing. I don't know. I just happened to get these, as you guys saw. I got them over the weekend. I got them Saturday. But I'm really not using that much material. I was scared, so I mixed up 15 gallons. We're gonna see what I've got left after we're done. Get down. Step would be awesome. How much do we have? Well, that can't be. We're on a hill. Hang on. We'll have to. We've used half the product, maybe. Which that's not a lot. Oh, and I guess I'm dripping, so I probably need to get folded up and shut up and get out of here, because I don't want to kill everything that's here. Let's get out here, get over here on the other side of the property. Okay, so here's my crossing. I have a train, or not a train, a couple cars. I can't cross the tracks because you just can't. Just trust me, I've tried it. I can get across them, but it's not pleasant, and I'm not doing it with the boom. This boom will be broke off of this sprayer before we get across it. But that ought to be enough to get an idea. I've got a spray in here anyways tomorrow. So I'm gonna I've got about 7 or 8 gallons left in here. And I've got to go in and spray on my fence line over here tomorrow anyway. So I'll just add more water to this and mix my rate up, put it on the back of the tractor. I don't like having spray set overnight, but this stuff is so pumped up with so much glyphosate in it that it shouldn't affect it at all. Anyways, I like mixing fresh chemical every day. But I'm gonna go, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray the rollers out, or the sponges rather. I'm gonna go spray them out over in the parking lot. Where the hose is, it has a bunch of vegetation there anyway, so it wouldn't hurt to get some of that killed off. But I'm gonna rinse those off because I don't have my chemical gloves like I should. I feel like I haven't touched anything at all. I don't have the weird feel on my hands. I think I've been good. Obviously I probably got a little bit on me. I'm not saying I didn't get anything on me, but nothing like what I would if I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, well, I'll be back in a couple weeks, or about 10 days. We'll see what kind of kill off we got, and then we'll rate it then. We'll see if this is a viable option to kill some weeds. All right, guys, thanks for watching.